Happy Halloween, you guys. Skeleton shirt. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to make this video so many times because I just got a new gimbal, which I'm really excited about, but the learning curve for me is really steep and it's taking me forever. So I'm just gonna whip off a video in the old-fashioned way, but I want you to know that I am committed to learning how to use this and learning how to do some more editing so that you can not only have great content, but that it can be concise and also a little more entertaining. I really think I can level up there. So that is coming, I promise, just not today. I really wanted to get this out to you today because it feels really important to me on Halloween. I'm wearing my skeleton shirt, so happy Halloween. And to me, Halloween could not come at a more aptly timed place because at least here in LA, you are now this week going to have the vaccine mandate rollout. So we are going to be excluded from sections of life if you've chosen to not be vaccinated. You are now going to be excluded from huge sections of social life that you weren't excluded from before, that you could just freely participate in because you were a human being. But now, if you're not going to make the choice that your government is telling you to make, for whatever reason you have, and I fully support people having a choice and making their own decision, but if you are not making the decision that you are supposed to be making according to your government and consuming a specific product, regardless of your concerns about it, regardless of the health complications that may result from it, regardless of the complete absence of long-term testing, I can't say enough about this, particularly about children. There's no long-term testing. We don't know what this does to fertility. We don't know anything. Who knows? It's just a crapshoot right now. And to do that testing, basically, rolling this out for children 5 and up, to me is mind-blowing. Why in the world would you do that? Please, if you are considering it, please do as much research as you can with the information that's available now. And you need to dig. You really need to dig, and you need to look at people like Stephanie Seneff, and it's difficult to even find this information now, which is quite sad. But please dig before you allow someone to inject your child with something that they're just flat out is no long-term testing. So if you want to make your own healthcare decision for yourself, please do that. And please consider it times 100 when you're considering your children, because they don't have a voice and you are their voice and you are their protection and their voice of reason. And we have to really stand strong in this time, Okay, so I could go on forever about that, and I'm not going to, but I want to acknowledge what it's bringing up for me right now, which is that in this time, there is this feeling of sadness. I woke up this morning with those mandates coming out this week, just with a feeling of heaviness and grief. And I just want to acknowledge, no matter where you are on this, there's a grief to it. There's a loss for all of us here. Whether you're vaccinated or not, no matter what you feel about it. I'm sure you have people in your life that have chosen not to be vaccinated, and I respect all choices, but you're now going to, not work out with those people, not go to the movies with them, not go bowling with them, not eat with them at restaurants. And if if you're the person yourself that has not been vaccinated and chosen to not consume a product, and to make your own healthcare choices, and you make this particular one not to be vaccinated, then you yourself are not going to be able to do those things. So there's a grief and a sadness that's happening, and a disbelief, right, that all this is coming down. And I want to acknowledge that, and I want to say that I'm here with you in a depth that you can't understand, probably, that I can't explain to you. And I want to acknowledge that if you're watching my channel, if you're watching these videos, it's most likely because you are interested in health. I'll just say that in a general sense. You may be a raw vegan, longtime raw vegan, and just looking for community. You may be a vegan. You may be someone who's just interested in upgrading your health. You may be having health problems and looking for ways to heal and reset. And if you are in any of those categories, if you're here at all on my channel, it's probably because you are more aware than the general public about your health and about your body and about the inherent wisdom of your body and your immune system. And you're probably very selective about what you allow into your system, into your sovereign, magical system that we don't understand intellectually. Our bodies are self-healing, self-regulating, and are just, they don't need input from us intellectually. They don't need any outside input besides, a healthy environment and healthy food, right? And to be treated respectfully, and for us to get out of the way so they can keep us healthy, right? We always need to remove the wrenches that we're throwing in there that are keeping us back from our body just doing its thing and expressing the wisdom that it has in keeping us at optimal health, healing, and maintaining optimal health. So you are probably someone who is more or less aware of that, somewhere on that spectrum, and are more selective about what goes into your body. If you are thinking at all about what food you're putting in your body and becoming selective about what you put into your body, and you're aware maybe of pesticides, of toxins in the environment, in your air, in your water, in what you're eating, all of it, if you're someone who is kind of in that world, then you're probably someone who is more likely to make a decision not to inject a product into your body, just flat out. You're going to have a lot of questions about it and concerns, right? And probably at this time feel unheard at the very least about the concerns that you have. Or maybe you've already gotten injections and you're concerned about the health implications of that long term, and maybe you're experiencing some right now that you're having real concerns about, and possibly you're feeling unheard about that, and there are reasons for that. But I want to acknowledge that you might be someone who's here listening with me. And I want to thank you for being here. And I want to assure you that I have knowledge that will help you heal and get back to a healthier state. I can't make any promises, obviously, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, but just eating whole, raw foods in their natural state, the science is conclusive that you will become healthier. So this is not me making a claim. This is just me stating the obvious. So, and saying if you are here and you are one of us, one of these kinds of people who are, in this world, you might be really feeling this crunch right now and be really feeling this crush and this disbelief of this narrative that's being sold and these products that are being sold, and you're just not as gullible in the health arena as other people are going to be because you're more knowledgeable, A, and B, more importantly, you're more connected to your own body, and you have experience, and you have experiential knowledge of the wisdom of your body. And when you put something into your body, you eat a certain food, that your body reacts a certain way. If you take a supplement, your body reacts a certain way. You're more sensitive, you're more aware, and so you're probably going to be at least more likely to be questioning what's going on right now. So I want you to know that no matter where you are, no matter what decision you are making in that arena, that I am here for you, I support you, and I acknowledge the loss and the grief that's happening no matter where you are in this whole mess that we're in right now. So that's the first thing that I want to do. The second thing I want to do is to bring you just a little message of encouragement. If you are someone who has relied on eating out, for instance, for your raw food nourishment, and there are people that do that, and if you are one of those people, I empathize with you, because the raw vegan options are few and far between. The raw vegan restaurants are even fewer and farther between. I know here in LA, which in many ways has been like the epicenter of health, there is one remaining fully raw vegan restaurant in Los Angeles. There are others that used to be, that now have literally one or two raw vegan items. Olac has several more than that. So at least there's that. And there's also an Olac in Fountain Valley. If you love them, you don't have to just go to the downtown location in Olac, Fountain Valley. I would imagine you would still be able to enter. You can still do takeout probably from these places. But my point is, if you're relying on restaurants for your raw vegan nourishment, you're probably sad already without any of this craziness happening, without being excluded from even being able to eat there, just because of the paucity of options that are out there. And even if you are doing that and you've found somewhere where you have some options, just the fact that they have a static menu, you're probably not getting the nutrition that you want to be getting. So eating at home is going to level up your nutrition. That's my message of hope here. And I'm not one of those people that are like, yay for the mandates, yay for the shutdowns, yay for all of this, because it brought me back into my heart. I'm glad that that was a result of this. But I just don't think that, I just feel we should have freedom, right, to make that choice, and not be forced into whatever choices brought you back to yourself. Whatever brings you back to yourself, hallelujah, because that's what we need, is reconnection. We need reconnection with our hearts, with our bodies, with all of nature, including our bodies, with our true nature. So this is, to me, the key to everything. This is what we need. So whatever brings you back to there, amazing. But I also feel like, that's really scraping hard to find a silver lining in all of this. But yay, if that is a result for you. But if you're somebody that's relied on eating out, and are now no longer going to be able to do so, or no longer going to be able to do so with your family, or no longer, you don't want to just pick up takeout, I am your girl, because excuse me, I love this stuff. I love raw vegan food. I love health. I know about natural immunity. I know about raw vegan nutrition. And I have coincidentally, and what's the word? I always forget this word. Anyway, right at the right time, excuse me, I have something in my throat. Right at the right time, I am launching a new website build very, very soon that also includes an e-learning platform. And I am going to be offering courses on everything, not only raw vegan, but everything connection as far as nature, true nature, all the stuff I love. So I will be putting on there massive support for you guys on how to do raw vegan, how to do it healthily, how to do it easily, how to do it fast, and how to love it and enjoy it. So those courses, I will be dropping those every couple months. There's going to be a new course dropping. So when I launch my 54 Senses course, will be on there. That's a free course. I'm going to be offering quick courses, for instance, on just blenders, for instance, something like that. They're going to be super cheap. I'm going to do way more in-depth courses that are going to be a little bit of an investment, because I have amazing content for you guys. I have been doing this for over a decade. I've written a book about it. Please buy my book. This is the I don't know, $20 investment that you can make and really change your entire life. But if you're also interested in the coursework, I'm going to be dropping that stuff, and I'm going to still be doing, obviously, YouTube videos on quick things. So I feel synchronistic, that's the word. So synchronistically, right at this time, literally, I'm looking at launching that website build this week. And it wasn't connected in my brain to these mandates. But if you need more support, I am there for you. I'm also still have a few spots for consulting if you want to do that. And kind of the model I'm moving towards with that is really not so much long-term coaching, but more of a consult model where you can do one. I'll give you a whole bunch of information on whatever your needs are, answer any questions you have. You can implement all that on your own, or I'm happy to handhold with you. I love that personally. I have done that with many things, just been coached because I like that model, and I like to have someone handholding me and showing me, like, I need that for this. But that's also available, but I'm kind of moving toward this, like, you implement it yourself, and then when you're ready, we can move to the next step and do another session, and I'll give you the information for where you are there. So just so you know, that's also available. And gosh, other than that, I just want you guys to know that I'm here with you. I feel the grief and the loss, and I want to suggest a thing really quick. So because I feel like energetically, this is such a big deal this week for LA. And if you're in other parts of the world, you may have already experienced this, or it may be coming up for you. But particularly if you're in Los Angeles, but please join no matter where you are. At 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I want to suggest that we take 5 minutes. So I have a 4-year-old, and I know that getting 5 minutes, if she's around to do something focused, is sometimes challenging. So I'm making it 5 minutes. I'm going to be handing her a toy. And for 5 minutes, let's just drop in to a super fast, but with depth meditation to be with each other during this time, to be with each other and acknowledge each other's pain, frustration, loss, grief, all of it, and to really tune in. So maybe the first 30 seconds to a minute, really tune in to that. Just be there with your body, be there with what you're feeling, be there with the grief, be there with the loss, be there with the confusion, be there with the frustration, all of it, and knowing that we're all there together with that at the same time. And then once you've kind of been there with that for a minute or so, however long you need to do, then move into an inquiry with your body, sitting with your body and asking the highest, deepest awareness that you're connected to, what do I need? How can I be supportive of myself in this time right now? And as you know, anything you do to support your health and yourself will also support your children, your spouse, your community, everything out. It's that ripple effect, right? So this is not a selfish thing to do. This is something that we absolutely need to do, is be tuned into our bodies at this time, and to be there for each other in love and support, no matter what decision you're making, no matter where you are in this. We truly are all in this together, just because we're alive together. And even if there's a separation happening, or a separation being forced upon us right now, I truly believe that we can find ways to, like a weed grows through concrete, and a weed is only called a weed because it's something we don't want. But so I don't want to call us weeds, but like roots coming through concrete. I really do believe that we're going to be able to come together and find ways through this that are healing and healthy and supportive. So I meant to make this really quick, and it turned out really long, but I'm here for you guys, and I feel you, and thanks for being here as well. Bye.